webinar in association with Retailers Association of India and Gupshup. The topic for today is WhatsUp Retail. Winning full funnel conversational strategies you can adopt today. So WhatsUp Retail. In the last few years, there has been a fundamental shift in the way customers interact with businesses. Turn shoppers into repeat buyers with conversational retail and engage customers across sales, marketing, and support journeys with their consent conversationally and in real time. WhatsApp is the go-to messaging app, currently having more than 2 billion users using WhatsApp every day. Today, we are going to talk about WhatsApp retail and how it's going to change the overall retail that we are used to till today. What's in it? What's the strategy? How to change, how to converse, and how to adopt. All these things is what we are going to discuss today in today's webinar. I'm happy to introduce the esteemed panelist with us. We have got Dr. Biswajit Rath, Head Analytics, CRM and Digital, Raymond Limited. We have got Monish Debnath, Founding Team Member and CMO of WickedGud. We have got Sanjoy Roy, Head Retail Business, Gupshup. With this, I would like to start the webinar. And my first question goes to Sanjoy. Sanjoy, a lot's been spoken about the conversational journey. Can you tell us what is WhatsApp full funnel conversational journey?
Sure, Hitesh. So, I'll possibly break down a journey, a customer buying journey first, and then come to WhatsApp conversational journey. And the way we in Gupshup look at the buying journey of any consumer across any sectors is in 3 phases. So we call it, pre-purchase, where it's about, reaching out to the customers and making him or her aware about the different products and services that a retail brand has to offer. Then comes the second phase, which is the purchase, where someone is actually in the act of shopping and thereby helping him or her make the right choice. And finally, the post-purchase, where someone has bought the product, and then it's about making sure that he or she is happy using those products, right? Now, where WhatsApp comes into this entire ecosystem is one, it's a messaging channel. So unlike a website shopping or shopping from the mobile app, where it's very inherently passive in nature, right? Where you are the one who is looking into the different products, trying to search, trying to understand whether this product is right for you. In a conversational mechanism, it's about making it interactive, right? So WhatsApp offers that capability. One, because inherently it's a messaging platform. It's very easy to use WhatsApp. No one needs to know how to use WhatsApp as a channel. Even my parents, sitting in tier 2, tier 3 cities are using WhatsApp on a daily basis. But more importantly, for the retailer's context, it's the ability to broadcast, be it promotions, offers, deals in a very contextual and personalized way to, let's say, a vast population. So, 500 million people in India use WhatsApp. Now, that gives the edge to WhatsApp as a channel where suddenly you are now able to broadcast your products and services to close to 500 million potential customers. But not only that, right? If someone is interested into your product, you can very easily build automated journeys, right? So if I send a deal offer to a customer, and let's say, Hitesh, you are looking for a furniture at that moment, you want to try it out. It's very easy for you to, express your interest through those click to action buttons that are possible in WhatsApp. And then the entire flow would be around helping you discover what is the right product, right? So, you don't have to go to the brand's website to figure out what are the tables and chairs. All those products are available now on your WhatsApp because the catalog can be exposed, right, on WhatsApp. You choose the products. If you need help, you can get connected to the brand's advisors over live chat tool. For you, it's a very seamless experience, and all the way to creating the cart and possibly checking out all within WhatsApp, right? So that covers the first two sections. And lastly, if let's say you have a question around, either where is my order, or B, you want a refund, or you have a complaint, you again don't have to go into these websites and mobile apps. You just go back to where you bought the product from, and through automated journeys, through AI-enabled chatbots, etc., you can very easily ask the question, and the bot can tell you where the order is, or help you with a return claim, refund claim, and the likes, right? So in summary, it just makes shopping experiences convenient. It gives access to a much wider reach of customers to the brand. And finally, it's about delivering experience as a brand differentiator, where WhatsApp comes in and plays a big role.
I think this is fantastic. Sanjay, right now, when you were telling me, I was just thinking about myself, because in future, I want to start my own brand, a lifestyle brand. And if I don't have to invest in brick and mortar stores, through WhatsApp, through my mobile, I can start everything the way you were telling me, the pre-purchase, post-purchase, and purchase journeys. I think this is fantastic. The communication part, the reach part, and the experience as a differentiator for the brands is something which makes WhatsApp unique and apart from all the other channels. With this, I would like to go to Monish. Monish, as a D2C brand in the health food category, what are your thoughts about interaction with customers on WhatsApp? Because you primarily are a D2C brand. And then we'll ask Dr. Biswajit, because he's from Raymond's and he's from a physical retail perspective also, and also omnichannel. But Monish, your views about interaction with customers on WhatsApp.
Okay. So I think today the world itself has tangentially changed, right? The conventional funnel, which started with awareness and ended with advocacy, is no longer the constant, right? People get recruited through advocacy, and that's how they get to know about the brand. Certain people choose referral and straight up get into your product or service, right? So as a D2C brand, okay, getting the support from WhatsApp, okay, it has been a blessing, right? Because today WhatsApp is direct, right? And Sanjay very beautifully puts it, right? He says that you don't have to teach anybody to use WhatsApp, right? That's the best, right? That's a blessing, because WhatsApp, people are spending almost like every minute that they're awake, okay, they're using WhatsApp, right? They're constantly in touch with it, right? So for us, we keep it simple, right? It is very crucial for us to, and I like I'll try to simplify in a funnel approach as to how WickedGud looks at WhatsApp as a device to communicate. Okay, it's attention, okay, followed by interest. Okay, when I say attention, we kind of broadcast something, so thereby grab the attention of that audience. Okay, and once the attention is grabbed, then I try to inculcate some sort of an interest in him, right? Whether it's through the product narrative or the ingredient narrative or the offer or the tactile movement, whatever it is, right? So there's a certain bit of interest, okay? And once that customer is interested, then the desire is actually aroused, right? And thereby the action happens. So whether that action is purchase, whether that action is becoming part of the community, following. So yeah, we follow that. We follow a simple mechanism which is 4-layered, like I said. Okay, and so far it's been great, but very early days for the brand. But we see it becoming stronger as we go forward.
So Monish, you did speak about the AIDA model: attention, interest, desire, and action.
Correct. Correct.
Excuse me. What is your, since you mentioned it's early days, but what would be your first impression from a success factor, or, from the impact factor? See, success will definitely come subsequently because these are early days. Correct. But at the onset, what would be your views from the impact that it has created on your business?
Yeah. So I'll try to answer that in two legs, right? So one, the point is WhatsApp is very simple, and WhatsApp is also very, very personal, right? And when a brand kind of enters your personal space, you have to be very, very careful, right? That where is the exact point where you cross the line, right? So the point is, if you are a brand and you broadcast something very, very dynamic, I'm just taking a simple example of like, or a year-end sale, or an early year sale, or a different festive sale, right? And then you give a very big value proposition, okay? You will see a lot of, click-throughs and conversions, okay? Seeing that result, which is a stronger contribution to your business, okay? If you try to repeat that on a regular basis, then from a warm brand which is giving you value proposition, you become a spam brand. And on WhatsApp, that's the fear we all have, that we do not want to be perceived as a spam brand. And that's a tricky terrain, right? Where do you actually draw the line, saying that what is normal communication and what is spam? We try to find that immaculate balance. I think it's a difficult balance to kind of find, at least for us.
No,
Right
no,
now.
absolutely. Sanjay is also smiling. Sanjay, you would like to add, because see, spam and uh, although it is simple and personal, these are the very powerful, value proposition from a WhatsApp perspective. This we have to be careful that the brand doesn't become a spam brand. Sanjay, your views on this?
Yeah, so I think, Monish hit it right on the nail, right? Because we all understand and we get so excited about the opportunity.
Yes.
But in our excitement, it's a human tendency, I think, to get a little carried away as well, right?
Sure.
And, how do you maintain that balance? So look, I think, WhatsApp as a company, Meta as a company, and again, we at Gupshup work very closely with Meta. We are their largest partner globally, right? So, have a lot of influence on them. Bi-directional influence, by the way. What I think the good part is that WhatsApp or Meta is very clear about one thing, that they of course don't want to make this channel another spam inbox, right? And therefore, what they advocate, Hitesh, is that they call it the ETR, framework. So E is about expected. So make sure that as a brand, you are sending out messages to your customers when they expect it, right? And that's where very intricate knowledge of your customers and their buying journey becomes a very important aspect for brand marketeers, right? It cannot be unexpected, right? It should be at a time where they are expecting it. That's where they perceive value. The T is about timely, right? So it should be expected and it should reach at the right time. So I bought something today, right? And if I get a thank you note, let's say after 2 months, it doesn't help. Right? It should be sent to the customer maybe in a couple of hours' time, right? And also, that's also an opportunity for you to try and cross-sell, upsell, or grab some interest by sharing some of the point of deals that are going in. And in that context, it will be of perceived value. And R is about make sure it's relevant, right? So expected, timely, relevant, that's the guiding principle. And as partners of Meta, when we are taking responsibility of handholding our customers through this journey, there's a lot of additional value that we bake into the platform, right? So, making sure that certain templates, right, have all the right methodologies in place, right? Making sure that we are not sending, more than X number of messages within a certain time duration, etc. But at the end, it is about continuous learning, and we should not try and misuse the platform, to Monish's point, for sure. That's the risk that definitely is there.
Sure. ETP, expected, timely, and relevant. I think
Okay.
these covers the whole essence and the value proposition for WhatsApp, because definitely all these 3 points very well explained, Sanjoy. I would definitely not want something which is unexpected and not on a wrong time, and definitely which is irrelevant. So that takes care of it, beautifully put in. With this, I would like to ask Biswajit, how brands like Raymond's, Biswajit, are balancing the need of physical retail stores with online presence, and how to ensure a seamless omni-channel experience for the customers. We can't hear you, Biswajit. Biswajit, we can't hear you. Yeah, please. No, we can't hear you, Biswajit. Fair. I think there is some tech glitch. We can try again, Biswajit. In the meantime, I would like, if you can just repeat, Biswajit, let me check for the, no. Monish, Sanjay, can you hear Biswajit?
No, we can't.
Okay.
We can't, I think.
So Biswajit, if you can just, check and just come back, please. In the meantime, Sanjay, we understand that, Gupshup helps brands deliver personalized shopping experience. Can you elaborate on why customer experience is important and how this is impacting the brand engagement?
Yeah, so I mean, customer experience, I think in today's, I mean, it has always been the cornerstone of any successful brand, right? The only difference is that, I think historically brands were focusing on the experience in the physical world, but now digital, and now everyone is, has to get the digital experience right. And no wonder, the
Gentlemen.
I think, yes,
Yeah,
we
Biswajit,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you, please.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that I lost in between. That's fine.
Biswajit,
So,
just a minute. Sanjay will be completing the point and we'll
sure,
take it ahead. Yeah, Sanjay,
sure.
please.
Yeah. So, very quickly, because I'm extremely keen to also learn from Biswajit, especially the omnichannel angle. But the point I was making is, the customer experience has always been the cornerstone of a successful brand. And now digital is the big medium. And of course, every brand wants to get it right. Within digital, again, messaging is the new evolution. So now we are talking about CX as conversational experience, not just customer experience, right? At the end of the day, it is imperative that like I think Monish said, WhatsApp brings the brand into a personal space, right? And when you come into the personal space, it's about personalization. And through WhatsApp, you can very easily understand the customer because he is chatting with you, right? He is giving you a lot of details about himself or herself, compared to the click on a website. And using that, if you can carve out the right messaging, in that ETR model, personalization happens automatically. And no wonder we see examples where, conversational messaging is adding to brand's top line. So, upwards of 30% higher conversions in many cases, while not just top line, even on the bottom line, where it's about saving costs, right, in terms of managing your customer service operations cost through automation. So, so that's pretty much, I think, in summary, what I wanted to share.
Sure. Thanks, Sanjay. Yeah, Biswajit, you can please tell us about the Raymond experience, please.
Just to let me first start, I think thank you very much for this opportunity. And as far as Raymond is concerned, we strongly believe in three fundamental things. One is consumer, the second one is also consumer, and the third one is also consumer. So irrespective of whether it is your online or offline, consumer is at the center. Now coming back to, before I start this conversation, I would like to thank Gupshup also. What he said is, Sanjoy, is fantastic. I think we have a similar experience, which I'll share later on, as far as transformation happens around WhatsApp. Now, keeping that in mind, so we at Raymond, we have one principle called customer, right? Or that customer can have multiple different behavior. Customer can depict multiple behavior, but the core of the essence is that the customer remain intact, right? He has a different shopping behavior, but the different touch points, but at the end he is one guy. Hitesh is one, right? Hitesh behavior may change slightly on online, maybe slightly offline, but how do you assess that behavior? That is very critical. For that, what is very, very crucial is analytics. Now, unless otherwise you know Hitesh in and out, unless otherwise you know Mr. X in and out, it's very difficult for you to articulate what to use, when to use, how to use. So the core is consumer attributes or preferences are very, very essential. So what we did in Raymond is we moved everything into a unified consumer solution. It's an in-house solution that what we have created, where both my online and offline solutions or behavior patterns are stored in one rule engine. Now, with advanced feature engineering and on Synapse Cloud solutioning, which we have developed inside, there are some 170 odd different attributes we have identified across each buying journey. So these key shopping behaviors are utilized for building a lot of seamless shopping experience across both online and offline. So for example, the key success while you are building any omni-channel experience here inside Raymond, we first identify 3 layers. The first one is knowing your consumer. So when I say knowing your consumer, is completely 360-degree around his buying behavior. For example, what size he prefers, what color he prefers, when he like to come, what kind of discount, whether he is buying on discount, whether he use casual or whether he is use luxury. There are a lot of features that the product has. At the same time, know what they buy, when they buy, and the third, which is very, very critical, which is the or which I call as the icing on the cake, knowing how they buy. Now, how they buy, one is that pure preferred channel. Like in predominantly now we are talking about ordering online, picking it offline, or going straightway everything online. But at the same time, it is very, very important to identify what are the digital adoption by that consumer, and what are the degree of adoption that consumer has inside the complete layout. So it requires both layout transformation and at the same time digital adoption. Now, just taking one layer off to this, while you will identify the preferred touch points or identify the right cohorts or invest in the right tool or any kind of omnichannel tool that you can do or any kind of technology, it is all about hyper-personalizing across different channels. You cannot have the same communication pattern on online and the same taste and same flavor giving in the offline or at the big motor stores, or when he is there at a hyper personal level actions, right? So enhancing mobile commerce or enhancing the experience that he has as far as his cat or catalog is concerned. Now coming to communications also, there are multiple different types of communication that you can reach out to customer. It's not about the only WhatsApp. WhatsApp is one of the way to reach out to the consumer, whether it is an in-app solution, whether it is an browser solution, whether it is an SMS, or whether it is an RCS module. There are a lot many solutions are there. But what is very critical is to understand what is the same time optimization and what is the content optimization. So same time optimization, content time optimization, mode of communications, these are the three main levers based on which you have to create different cohorts for the consumers to touch base this consumer. You can have a multiple, as some of the gentlemen said right now, that there are different templates of WhatsApp. There are different business APIs that are available. But what APIs to use when? What should be the follow-up APIs to be used? How to interact with the consumer is very, very critical. At the same time, you have to also look at different solutions, which I like to express in the next conversation. But just to summarize, it is all about knowing your customer, how they buy, when they buy, and what are the communication channels that they prefer. So these are the something that is actually helped Raymond in transforming in where we are. We are a young brand of 95 years old company, and that is where we are in this post pandemic also.
Thank you, Biswajit. That was very elaborative and very impactful. The key part that you mentioned was the part of 170 attributes at each buying journey. This is something phenomenal. And the 3 stages that you mentioned about know your consumer, when they buy and how they buy. Obviously, and the communication that they consume. This exactly goes with what Sanjoy and Monish had discussed. And I can see the impact that WhatsUpp can create. Another part that you mentioned about hyper-personalization, which Sanjoy mentioned about the personalization journey also. With this, I would like to ask Monish, now that we have got the whole context, background, Monish, WickedGud recently expanded its product portfolio. What role can messaging channels like WhatsApp, Instagram play in your conversational strategy as the brand grows? Something which Biswajit and Sanjay did touch upon, but then, from a real life case study and a business study, what Wicked Guy, thinks about how messaging channels like WhatsApp can help.
No, correct. I think we are a very very young brand, right? And we are a brand whose core cohort is the Gen Z community, right? A community that literally lives their life on the handheld device, right? So from building relationships to fulfilling their hunger, everything from one end to the other end of the spectrum, the trigger is the handheld device. They fulfill it through them. Okay. At WickedGud, the product portfolio extension also is in the same space, right? So as a brand, we are not a how do I say? We are a very friendly brand. We are not a professorial brand, right? So that also, and I'm saying this because it also depends about the tonality of the brand and thereby the platform of WhatsApp, right? We are a hipster conversational brand. So if you see Wicked and Good, like the kind of tonality is quirky, it's playful, it's not like a formative brand saying very conventional formal language, right? So even in our messages, right? And messages are extremely crucial, right? But every word that you use with a young community like the Gen Z community, you have to be very meticulous, because today words have different impact. Okay. How as a brand you use certain words, certain language, certain moments, certain occasions, certain lingos. Okay, it plays a crucial part in how the other person reading your message perceives you as a brand. Because I think at the core, there is no debate, right? Whether you're sending a WhatsApp, whether you're printing a leaflet, whether you're making a TVC, and like Dr. Biswajit said very beautifully, right? The three things, right? At the core, there is the same customer, okay, who is on the outer layer of the onion, right? So it's very crucial for us at this point in time. And because we are a health food brand, which is not the ritualistic brand that you know of, because of the ingredient story, because of the claim story, it becomes very important for us, because we don't have the liberty to go mass media, because we're a startup. So WhatsApp becomes our only tool to penetrate deep into the mind of the customer, right? So yeah, I think just to kind of summarize, it's extremely crucial for us to use WhatsApp in a effective manner. Okay, be very meticulous in how you build the brand on WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is not a, I think it's a brand building platform rather than a communication platform, right? That's how we look at it. We do not look at it like a transactional conversational platform. We look at it like, do I want to build brand WickedGud on the WhatsApp platform?
So Monish, how old are you, or how old is WickedGud?
Yes, WickedGud is going to be 2 years in May.
Okay, because you are 2 years old and Raymond is 99 years young. So
yeah, I love that.
so and this is the beauty of it, that a 2-year-old brand and a 99-year-old brand can see value in WhatsApp. Okay, and this is where the synergies come in, that it is brand agnostic, category agnostic, because here the way we are looking at it is it goes on the human, the personal part that was mentioned and discussed earlier. It's really that personal communication that comes to an individual. The other point which you mentioned, Monish, was about the community. And in today's world, WhatsApp, everybody has groups and communities there, and that's where WhatsApp comes into the picture. You also mentioned about only tool to penetrate the individual or the community, respected communities, because you don't have big budgets to spend on mass media, and that the limitation will always be there with a big brand or a small brand. But with WhatsApp, you are available, constantly in touch with the community and the person that you would like to target. With this, I would like to go to the last part of our conversation, and Sanjoy, you can share some light on this one. AI has become, the talk of the town since Chat GPT has been launched. How is Gupshup innovating in that area, in this space, and currently how AI is also helping retail brands, scale up and improve their performance and communication and connect with the consumer?
Yeah, so that's a very interesting one because sorry, I started a company 5 years back, which was only around AI, which I eventually Gupshup acquired recently, right? And this was a 5 year journey, right? Now, before ChatGPT came in, the way we used to look at AI, especially from an implementation angle standpoint, suddenly changed overnight, right? And that's the pace at which the technology sector is evolving, right? Now, what is ChatGPT in at a very broad level? These are large language models, which is created by this company called OpenAI, and they have been trained on huge swaths of data, lying on the internet, to an extent where it can have seriously human-like conversations, right, at random with people in any context, right? So that's the Chat GPT, and now bringing it in the context of businesses, what it does is, it's very easy for businesses now to answer queries, general queries about your specific business, without putting too much of effort behind building that solution of the system. So if I take, let's say, just as an example, if I take WickedGud's example, which is there for last 2 years, ChatGPT would have already, scanned, learned about all the, aspects of WickedGud, which is there in the public domain. And maybe, if today, if you just go without any formal training, it might still be able to answer general questions about WickedGud's business, right? Now, this is helpful for a business. Why? Because every customer has FAQs, questions, around return policy, around where is your store, and questions about specific products, etc. Today, it is just very easy. Within a matter of couple of days, maybe you can have your AI-enabled chatbot up and running, right? Now, at Gupshup, we launched a new product offering very recently called Autobot, where the proposition is basically this: if you are a business, we can help you build a chatbot covering, maybe 80–90% of all the general questions that customers might have about your business, and you can very quickly build it and deploy it across the different messaging channels, right? Going forward, it will be about then layering this inherent ChatGPT model with your specific business data that will need a little bit of training. But in that circumstance, in phase 2, the bot will be also able to understand and answer very intricate questions about your business. So before, if it used to be, a project running into months, now building that digital assistant for your business is maybe a matter of couple of weeks. And that's where, Gupshup as a company takes pride in, because we are the technology providers. We want to be ahead of the curve and bringing whatever is happening in the market back to our customers so that you can then enable your business accordingly.
Thanks, Sanjoy. That was insightful. Biswajit, how are you ensuring a seamless omni-channel journey, for your customers? And you wanted to, carrying ahead what you spoke before Sanjoy and Monish. You can take ahead that conversation and complete it.
Sure. So there are three aspects around this. The first of all, just taking the clue what Manish said, right? So WhatsApp is not just a communication channel. For me, it's a three-way of communication channel. The first one is the WhatsApp. You can have video messaging. WhatsApp can also be a audio messaging communication platform, and WhatsApp has the capability to have text messaging capability. So these three features are very powerful features. So there are a lot of baskets or APIs and templates which are available. I think Sanjay, Monish, they must have experienced that, where you can have a video messaging which are with a lot of CTA available with that. That's number one. Number two, When it comes to WhatsApp messaging, they have one called as button feature. This button feature, we tried this 2.5 years back to capture the omni capability across the market before we go live in certain part of the country. Now sitting, the power is as big as like this. If right now a person sitting at Jaipur in one of the places and would like to buy any product, I can sit here and check my laptop right now and can sense the sentiment of the consumer. That's the power of WhatsApp messaging. So it requires a lot of AI enablement. It requires a lot of NLP to bring into place to take the input of consumer as a platform through WhatsApp, process this data on the layer of data that you have, as I told in my past discussion, and take out a meaningful output out of it. For example, is he happy about product? Is he happy about your price? Is he happy about your gesture? Is he happy about your offer? There are so many things, but how smartly you can capture. So that capture has two components. One is called catalog. The second is called cat, or which I called as a hyper-personalization. You can have multiple layers of built-in solution, or you can design your own API solutions in using WhatsApp as a platform. It's a technology. It's a technology you can utilize the way you like to bring it back. So that is one. Number two, as far as AI, which we have inculcated in our Omni platform, is lot of digitization or lot of avatar. Now, bringing avatar itself for us, please understand, we have 1400 odd stores across places. We have 95 odd different places where we operate as a top most counters, right? Where the footfalls are very high. How do I reach to consumer? How do I identify what consumer wants? I have so many fabrics. I have multiple shades of blue. I have multiple shades of red. How do I identify what people likes? So here, where AI comes into picture, if I know that this gentleman likes this baby pink, or this gentleman likes rose pink, then probably I can reach back to the consumer through WhatsApp saying, hey, you choose this kind of pink, and I have a series of pink available with me. So this is how you have to bring that technology and consumer preferences back into one place. Is it possible through only WhatsApp? Answer is yes, it is possible. But whether it is a plain vanilla WhatsApp communication, answer may be yes, no. But can you utilize a lot of different templates of WhatsApp or containers of WhatsApp to innovate out of it? Answer is yes. So these are some technological interventions are required to build a hyper level of innovations as far as Omni is concerned.
Thank you, Biswajit. I think that was extremely insightful. You did speak about the video messaging, audio and text part of it, the AI and NLP enablement, catalog, cat hyper-personalization, and avatars and digitization. I think all these are very valid points. With this, I would like to go to the next stage of this webinar, where we would have Mr. Sanjoy Roy giving us a short presentation. So I would request Sanjoy to now give a presentation. In the meantime, I would request the audience, if they have any questions, you all can please share the questions with us, and we'll try to answer them, keeping the time limits.
Sure. I know we have tested this out, but I'd still like to ask if this is visible, right? The screen is visible?
Yes, the screen is visible. Right. Yes, Sanjoy.
All right, cool. So the idea is not to throw slides at the audience, but just for some contextual reference, keeping it in the back. I think we kind of covered pretty much, everything. But in summary, if I have to look at it, what is it that we are saying? We are basically saying that the future success is guaranteed only when businesses of today are essentially meeting the customers where the customers are. And especially in emerging markets, right? There's literally a leapfrog that is happening where customers are moving from face-to-face, mail, websites, mobile, straight away going into messaging. So think of tier 2, tier 3 cities in India where people might not have had the experience of buying something from the mobile app, but everyone has WhatsApp. And I think Monish, Dr. Biswajit covered it earlier. And that's why businesses need to be on the messaging platforms like WhatsApp, Instagram, and the likes. I think to Monish's point, I mean, especially given that, it is Gen Z, which is, let's say, the target customers for some of these new emerging brands. I mean, old or new doesn't matter. It is the next future customer. So you need to be engaging them the way they want to be engaged. And that's where, again, messaging comes into a big play, right? Because these are the audience who needs instant gratification, and probably the most easy and convenient way to start a dialogue with this audience is through messaging. Giving a phenomenal, opportunity for businesses. So today, it's very exciting, the place where we are at Gupshup, because, this is happening out there globally, a massive, massive, change in terms of consumer behavior, the way people shop. And literally every brand now, big or small, old or new, needs to have a conversational strategy in place, right? That's where people, I mean, like us, come into play, because at the end, it's about solving the customer's problem using messaging platform as a vehicle to solve those. This is a bit about Gupshup. I think in India context, pretty much everyone knows Gupshup. It's something we take extreme pride in. Not just having a large market share when it comes to messaging, wallet share of our customers in India, but also servicing more than 45,000 customers globally. And from a scale standpoint, it's about handling upwards of 9 billion messages in a month, right? For some of the best and biggest companies that are out there. I'll just leave with a quick summary of the overall offering of Gupshup. So read it from the bottom. So the bottom layer is all about the connectivity, right? So giving ability to businesses to reach out to consumers across 30 channels. We spoke about WhatsApp today, but I think, we all know it's not just WhatsApp. There is Instagram, there is Google Business Messenger, and hopefully there'll be a lot more that will come in future. But we give you the ability to reach customers through one single API. On top of it comes the platform where, I think Dr. Hitesh talked about user profile, right? Now, not many companies are out there who probably are able to build that 170 attribute user persona, right? And that's where, we have innovated by bringing in a CDP enabled campaign manager. So every conversation that is happening across the channels, it's feeding into the user profile. And through this user profile, you can then segment customers and then run very personalized campaigns through the platform. You can build chatbots, voice bots. There's analytics, again, to Dr. Biswajit's point, because it's about also learning from these customers. So all of that packaged in the unified platform. And finally, on top, it's about helping customers go live quickly, where we offer these pre-built journeys or templates. So, pre-purchase journeys like abandoned carts, right? So there is a template. You can just start with the template, make the tweak, and then put it out there, right, within a matter of couple of days, and start driving value out of it. My last one is to end with what we started with, Hitesh, which is about the customer journey, right? So, again, the traditional way of looking at the customer journey, we all understand awareness, consideration, transactions, and the all. But if you peel through the layers, through that, something like a onion model, you will be able to uncover what are those precise moments in the journey where a nudge from the brand delivers value. So on the awareness side, think of deal discovery, right? One of the examples is, you're sitting on a pile of inventory. Most retailers today, especially in 2023, struggling with it. You want to get rid of inventory. You want to, therefore promote a lot of deals. Now, on the awareness section, you can craft out those personalized campaigns, right? And send out deal discovery messages and back it up with a deal discovery journey so that you can then lead the customer back to the funnel, right? And staggering results, the bottom half of the screen, if you see, so lead generation, 40% more lead generation for certain customers on WhatsApp, 2x increase in appointment booking. 35% reduction in calls, which is on the post-purchase side, right? Again, enabled through messaging platforms like WhatsApp. So in summary, that's where, I would like to end that, a humongous potential for retail businesses, right, in terms of leveraging messaging platforms. And if you have to choose and prioritize the platform, clearly WhatsApp today in India context is the clear winner. So with that, I'll probably end it, Pritesh.
Thank you. Thank you, Sanjoy. That was extremely insightful. We have got a few questions out here. In the interest of the time, we'll take a couple of them. First one, when all brands will start pinging customers on WhatsApp, it will be perceived like SMS. Then how to ensure we are able to create better experiences? And this is a question that has come. Anybody would like to take this? Sanjoy, Biswajit, Monish?
Yeah, it is. The question is very straightforward. Actually, when all brand will go forward, if you ask me, it's all about digital adoption, right? I think whether it is 95 years old, young company or
2 years,
like 2 years old company, whoever. But it's all about all about time, right? Maggie when it launched is talked about only for kids, right? But a lot of old people, even me, also like Maggie, right? Everybody likes Maggie. So it is all about adoption, right? And this COVID has helped us in a big transformation. Actually, it has directly helped us for a transformation. All companies smartly moving to WhatsApp, and that's going to be the next life. For example, any product for WhatsApp, how much it costs? 50 paisa, 30 paisa, 40 paisa, 50 paisa, right? So it is not about how many times you are sending a message. It's all about what content that you are sending. What is the quality of content that you are sending is something that is very crucial. And people are adapted to WhatsApp. WhatsApp is not like Sujay said in the beginning, right? Everybody know how to use WhatsApp now. It's like the next. We know how to brush our teeth. Similarly, we know how to use our WhatsApp. So it's smartly as quickly as possible that we move to brand. All brand moves to WhatsApp. Answer is yes, but at the same time, use WhatsApp very smartly. Use the capability of WhatsApp not as it is. Rather, my suggestion would be use it smartly so that you can leverage a lot of technological advantage out of WhatsApp Business API.
Thanks, Biswajit, for the answer. I will go to the second question, and that is, how do we find out the expected and the time of purchase? These two are relevant during festival times, but other times, how to make decisions to promote? I think this is related to the ETR that Sanjoy had mentioned, expected, timely, and relevant. So here the question is more from the expected and the time perspective, where they say that during the festival times, it is expected and it's on time. But during the non-festival times, how do we make the decision? So Sanjoy, I think this is more ETR related question, I suppose.
Yeah, and I'll point us back to what Dr. Biswajit talked about before, right? Which is about understanding the customer. See, digital. The conversational part. Messaging platform is probably one cog in the overall wheel, right? It can't be treated in isolation, right? So it is a great delivery mechanism. It gives you the chance to engage customers, or like SMS in the previous question, right? The difference between SMS and WhatsApp is the interaction part. So SMS is one directional, but you can't engage, right? So use cases like OTPs, transactional, all of that can happen in SMS. But the moment you're trying to build a brand, the moment you're trying to engage someone in a discussion, WhatsApp becomes the de facto. And going forward also, it's also about understanding the customer. So like I said, not all companies are probably, as mature as what Dr. Biswajit talked about, right? In terms of building the user profile. And given that in mind, we also understand that to help our customers, that's why we are investing in the platform and building the CDP, customer data platform, right? The user profile bit inbuilt into the platform, so that every time, even during seasonal festive seasons, if you are sending some engagement communication and there is an engagement, that feeds back into the user profile, which can be then harnessed throughout the year to identify when it is expected, when is it timely, and what is relevant. And then you keep going back to the same customer again and again. So don't look at it as in isolation. It needs to be backed into your overall enterprise architecture with the right tools as well.
Sure, Sanjoy.
Just can I just add
Please.
few lines with on Sanjay? So we must look at two things. One, that the platform. The second one is, as the question said, that on festive, even I would like to share it another one more layer. In festive also, we must be very careful that whom to send what. So here comes the play of consumer behavior and data analytics. So there are a lot of machine learning models which we are up and running right now in Raymond. Are a lot of association rule mining models, right? There are multiple cross-sell, upsell models, which will give you exactly whom to send what kind of product that you should push. What is the last recency frequency module? There are a lot of RFM models which are already available. There are a lot of models which are already inbuilt in the cloud solution in ADF, in Azure Data Factories, or whether in a Synapse module. You can exactly know when the next time the Dr. Biswa will come to my shop. It may yearly move another 80%, 90%, because it's not a precision game, right? It's not a precision game. It's more of a recall game. So we can exactly know that this is the likelihood time that Dr. Biswa will come to my place for his visit and for trouser only. So can I push a trouser to him? So it is not about only festival. So here the power comes to WhatsUpp. So should I push trouser or should I push shirt? So you have to blend, like Sanjay said, you have to blend both machine learning and the communication platform to address this issue.
Very well put, Biswajit. The next question here is how to ensure WhatsUpp cataloging is automated from e-commerce, CMS, and ERP integration.
So can I take this?
Yeah, please.
Can I? Yeah.
Please.
So there are a lot of APIs which are already inbuilt available by Meta, right? And we as a company are working very closely on this. So there are API which are available directly for moving the data from the e-commerce CMS and ERP integration or S/4HANA or ECS, where you can build a lot of solutions exactly so consumer what they want and their preferences also. So these are already available. There are some changes that we are bringing in, some customization, but whether these APIs are available, answer is yes. So WhatsApp Meta has that capability.
Sure.
Yeah, just to add further on this point, see, one is the ability given, a core capability offered by Meta, right? And on top, like players like us again, right? We invest a lot in building these pre-built connectors, Hitesh, with a lot of these existing systems like e-commerce systems, Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce, they're pre-built connectors with CRM systems also, right? Salesforce, Zoho, Freshdesk. And last but not the least, marketing automation tools like CleverTap, MoEngage. So all these are that extra value add that we provide on top of the core capability, which the platform like a Meta brings to the table. So should not be a problem.
Yeah, well said. Next question is how to integrate e-commerce stores with WhatsApp messaging.
I think that's, I'll take that. I think that's already getting done in a very stronger manner, right? Today, with every purchase or even with every click on your browser, you are actually tracking down the person on the other side of the screen and saying, why are you doing, what are you doing? So at the core, it is all about imagination and like consumer behavior, right? So like abandonment messages or what has been your previous purchase and why haven't you come back again, how was your experience, from feedback collection to overall experience curation, right? I think that's already happening. It's only as we go forward, I think what will be very interesting to see is like what does future hold for us, because right now like Dr. Biswajit said, it's an audio, visual and a textual platform, right? So these are only three platforms, right? How does technology become even bigger? Can it become like augmented? Can actually things come out of the screen? I'm only like very excited to see that what the future holds for us with the advent, how devices are getting improvised and innovated with every quarter. Okay, I think we are yet to see the full potential unlock on WhatsApp, and it will not be just an audio visual medium.
Sure. Thanks, Monish, for that. If anybody would like to add, yeah, Biswajit.
No, I think I'm absolutely in sync with what Manish is saying, and this is how the future would be.
Okay. I will take the last question. how can a small retailer use WhatsApp funnel to grow? Now, this question is extremely important because we have got millions of retailers in India, and WhatsApp, like we have discussed, is a very economical tool, and something which everybody uses. So for a small retailer, it will be an extremely powerful, impactful tool for his business. So if we can throw some light for a small retailer, how we can use the WhatsApp funnel to grow.
I would like to just take this instantly, because there's a very fantastic use case which I would like to share with everybody. So there is a gentleman who has a good shop outside my campus, right? And the gentleman owns this shop is of, I think, 80 years old, and he just retired 3-4 months back. So they are doing a decent amount of business in that locality. So the young chap, his son, he started, came to the store, and all the business now this gentleman is doing is all through WhatsApp. So every day morning, you will see a beautiful message from him saying that these are the 10 new product which is available in my place. And I, while talking to us, looking at, browsing through his mobile, it says for the day, hey, please come and buy, get one free, healthy nasta namkeen available with offer, diet chuda, 50 rupees, not dhamaka. Look at this gentleman, this is a small retailer, right? He has sent a message stating that tomorrow 26 Jan, all store will be closed. Please come. This is the message which is come on 26, right? Please come today and take maximum benefit because tomorrow we are off. Look at the beauty of WhatsApp. How smartly this gentleman is using this WhatsApp. All his communication is right there in my tip of my mobile. I know if tomorrow is off, I like to order something, I'll order, and once you order, he will send the bill on your mobile. And you have to just do Google Pay. That's it. Period. You don't have to go. And you know what you want. And you know what offer that he's running. You don't have to go to his shop. That's the power of WhatsApp now.
Right. No, very true. So, I think, like this gentleman, I am sure all of us have similar stories, right? Right
Yes.
outside where we live. But, here is the interesting point, because the question is also about how can WhatsApp help the funnel to grow. And, I would probably bring out this initiative of Government of India, which is ONDC, Open Network Digital Commerce. The vision is precisely to do this, right? The vision is to how can we make gentlemen like the one we heard, not just service the people in and around that locality, but how can he or she, have a much wider market. ONDC is the answer. So these millions of small merchants at a concept level, as long as you register yourself, bring your product, you're offering your services on ONDC, through the network, anyone, anywhere can actually buy these products, right? Now, while this is enabling the e-commerce bit, the moment you buy something, there is a messaging angle to it as well. And that's where, WhatsApp becomes the preference, solution, which you can visualize as a messaging channel going in parallel with ONDC. So this merchant enrolls themselves on ONDC, puts their products in, but as and when people are buying through ONDC, these customers can also reach out, through one-to-one messaging around order status, refunds, claims, complaints, etc. And essentially give them the entire market, in WhatsApp as an additional channel. So the answer to that is probably look very closely at how ONDC shapes up in the upcoming months.
Thanks, Sanjoy. With this, we have come to the end of the webinar. But before closing, I would request all the three panelists to give their final words about the topic, that is WhatsApp retail, and your final thoughts before we close today. So we can start with Dr. Biswajit, Rath, and then Monish and Sanjoy to conclude.
So for me, WhatsApp message is the next big game changer to drive more operational excellency, whether to address through service or support. The second is to bring more top line and grow business, and make the right choice and trade-off between how to improve profitability, at the same time, how to improve the efficiency also, how to reach consumer, because consumer, as I said in the beginning, consumer is the only one point truth, and we have to address to his need. If I address through his need through WhatsApp messaging, or reaching out to him through WhatsApp video communication, reaching out to his need through WhatsApp text communication, to audio communications, then I am actually there with him. If I am there with the customers, then I am growing.
Thank you.
And with
Thank you,
that,
Biswajit. Yeah.
I'd like to thank Manish and Sanjoy for very insightful communication that I could able to make out. I'd like to connect back with you, both of the gentlemen, post this call.
Same here.
Sure. Same
Sure.
here.
Monish, your views, please. Final views.
Yes, I think we've had a very detailed conversation about the technology and the platform, right? But what at the core, right? 50 billion messages daily, right? 50 billion conversations every 24 hours. That's the strength of WhatsApp, right? And I think at the core, every business is dependent on building a strong community, right? And WhatsApp is going to enable that, and WhatsApp is going to strengthen that, right? And obviously it's going to contribute to the top line, it's going to make sales much more stronger, but what matters the most and where WhatsApp will play a crucial role is to improve the conversation. Okay, so it's actually directly conversational to what Sanjay had earlier said, right? It's a conversation experience, it's no longer a customer experience, right? So as a brand, I think I look forward to having stronger communities and building stronger conversations using WhatsApp as a platform.
Thanks, Monish. Sanjoy, your parting words, please.
Yeah, I think I'll keep it short. Only 2 words: don't misuse it. Right? Because everyone understands that it's a great opportunity, it's a game changer, and all that is great, but very easy to get carried away. So don't misuse it. And I say this with all due humility because we work with some of these biggest of the biggest brands out there, right? But if you are in doubts, if you need help, please do work with a partner who can handhold you, right? Because that's why we are here. That's why we are a BSP of Meta. So leverage the platform cleverly, and it will give you tremendous amount of ROI and results for sure.
Thank you, Sanjoy. And with this, I would like to sum up what Monish, Biswajit, and Sanjoy have discussed today. There are 3 stages: pre-purchase, post-purchase, and obviously in between purchase. WhatsApp is being used for all the 3 stages. And that's what we discussed in the first part of it. We also discussed the IDA model, where attention, interest, desire, and action, and how that has been used, how WhatsApp has been used to ensure that this model is implemented. We spoke about the ETR model, that is expected, timely, and relevant. And Sanjoy did mention it and discussed it very, very succinctly and impactfully. Simple and personal are the 2 words that came up, that this is a very, very simple and a personal platform. And on the other side, we also spoke about not spamming and stuff like that. We can cross-sell, upsell, so on and so forth. All those points were also discussed. From a customer experience to conversational experience, what Sanjoy and Monish did speak about. As far as taking the top line, 30% growth is something that has been experienced, or maybe more, and obviously improving our bottom line as well by using WhatsApp. We did speak about the unified customer solutions, where seamless buying journey, seamless shopping experience, all those things were discussed. 3 stages of knowing your customers, when they buy, how they buy, and how hyper-personalization across the channels can be possible. And one of the channels is definitely WhatsApp. We did speak about community. Community is extremely important in today's world for brands to be successful. How to build a relationship across the ecosystem, and what words, language, occasion, lingo, etc., all this that can be used in your WhatsUpp strategy, which will build your brand perception. We spoke about the chat GTP, large language models, and so on and so forth. We also spoke about how WhatsApp is going to increase your operational excellence, how it is going to help your top line, obviously help reduce cost, help increase efficiencies, reach out to customers on low budget. 2 billion people are using, 2 billion messages are being, 50 billion messages are being, executed every day in 24 hours. We will definitely improve the conversation, but the last but not the least, don't misuse it, is what Sanjay said. So I think we have got a very comprehensive insight on WhatsApp and how a full funnel conversational strategy can be developed by the retailers to ensure that they win in their customer journey and with full efficiencies, effectiveness, and economically. With this, I would like to thank Sanjoy Roy, Biswajit, Rath, and Monish Debnath for sharing their insights today with us, and we look forward to meet in future as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.